Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Adjacent Podcast. Just Shelly here today at my last post for Autism Month. April is Autism Month, and thank you for being on this journey with me. And this is probably the most important post I've done on autism. And I just want everybody to take a moment and think about your life and what is so important in your life. And I would assume you're going to say friends and family and squad and support network and community. And, that is a big piece that our community struggles with. And so sometimes, depending on the need of the loved one, they need for the community support to be built in, and it has to be directly built. And so through Texas Parent to Parent, they have a training where they teach you how to build a person-centered network. And it's a very strong program. It started up in Canada, and there's all over the country, but here in Central Texas, they have it at Texas Parent to Parent. If you are living with a loved one that requires any level of support, and they may require support the rest of their life, in some capacity, and socializing or connecting is not easy for them, I would start the network today. I assumed we did not need to build the network until our son was 18, and I learned about it when he was 12. And again, I went through the second training when he was 16, and I still walked away and I said, that's on the back burner. Hindsight 2020, I wish I would have started it when he was 3. And I just think it is imperative to build that lifelong support. And with autism having so much recognition and people really wanting to become allies and part of the community and leaning in, I think this is a great time to really look at those person-centered networks. And I have to say, the person-centered networks are not just for people with autism. They're for all disabilities. They are also for loved ones struggling with mental health, addiction, um, elderly loved ones that are struggling with dementia or Alzheimer's. Building that community of support and focused on the individual needs and coming up with a game plan so it doesn't fall on one person or default to a state program. Having a plan in place is very hard. It's very emotional. It's very taxing, but it's also very empowering. And if your loved one has the capacity to participate in any shape or form, I mean, that's just a dream situation. It definitely, all decisions are based on, hopefully what the loved one wants. And the network of support is helping make those things happen within, reason, of course. Uh, anyway, please, I have the link in the notes. Do not hesitate to reach out to me and ask me about person-centered networks. They are so critical. I mean, there's so much research about addiction and mental illness and autism, is that having that network of support is just a critical piece, especially, a lot of us special needs families, we have to think about our life past, our life existing after us, and what that will look like for our loved ones. And so, that is adding another, group of people into their system, and making sure they know what that system is critical. I think it's so critical, it's so important. We hear from siblings a lot of time that they don't know that there's a plan, and they're nervous that their sibling is going to be moving in with them, or is going to be their responsibility, and that they don't have the information to be that support, and they want to have their own life. And so that centered person network, lean into it, research it. Everybody should know about it. If you're dealing with a loved one that's elderly, mental health issues, is it anybody, if you, especially after COVID and everybody that was struggling with depression and stuff, recognizing that we all need to build community. And for those that can't build community for themselves, that we, need to lean in and be part of that community. So let us know. We have a wonderful supported network for culture, and they always step up when we need them. We definitely need to have another meeting, but we're very appreciative that everybody knows where the paperwork is, everybody knows what the plan is, and they're available to support the plan, and that brings me so much peace. So don't hesitate to call me. Don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm going to say it again, a person-centered network. We all have it. We all need it. And that's it. I'll be back on this calls in April of 2027. Texas, you have.